Hi, my name is Elizabeth Pierce, and I am a student at the University of Michigan in the program in the environment. I have written a news profile about Anita Erskine, a woman passionate about prairie restoration in Michigan, who has created her own organization to further her cause of protecting and regrowing the prairies that once covered much of our state. Erskine grew up in Lake Orion, Michigan, received a bachelor's degree in English from the University of Michigan, and holds a position aiding families with sick children in receiving monetary aid at Mott's Children's Hospital. Little of this provides reasoning for her work as one of Michigan's most dedicated prairie restoration volunteers. Gardening has always been one of her hobbies, however, and she is self-taught about prairie ecosystems. After many years of volunteering and hosting work days at which she led other volunteers at the Prairie and Nichols Arboretum and at Matai Botanical Gardens, Erskine felt ready to strike out on her own in prairie restoration several years ago. She knew about a prairie remnant behind St. Joseph Mercy Hospital in Ann Arbor and contacted the hospital about beginning to work to restore it, hoping to see the same progress that she had made in the Arboretum and at the Botanical Gardens. She created her organization, Stewards of Shanghai Prairie, and holds workdays at the Prairie on Saturdays in the fall and spring. Unfortunately, she has not received the same support from the hospital that she has from elsewhere. She must tell hospital administrators full details of the work that she does on the prairie remnant, and they will not allow her to kill invasive tree species and have said an adamant no to her request to perform a controlled prairie burn on the land. Historically, prairies would burn every few years due to fires caused by lightning or set purposefully by Native Americans. Without fires, prairies cannot continue to thrive. Erskine continues to struggle in her dealings with the hospital, and especially with Tom Taco, the Director of Engineering and Groundwork at St. Joe's, who oversees her work. Despite these setbacks, Erskine has seen progress in her restoration of the prairie through the retreat of invasive species and regrowth of native prairie grasses in areas that they had not previously occupied. She has lofty goals for 2011 as well, including a meeting with Norfolk Southern Railroad, whose tracks run through the prairie. She hopes to convince the railroad to stop spraying herbicides along the tracks, since these herbicides kill off prairie grasses. Erskine is truly passionate about her work. This can be seen not only in the visible joy on her face as she works in the prairie, but also in the posters of Iowan prairies with plant names and sketches on the borders that hang in her office, and in the excitement in her voice whenever she even speaks about Stewards of Shanghai. As someone who operates mostly alone to make a difference locally, and who takes such gladness from her work, which is solely voluntary, I feel that Erskine not only deserves more acclaim, but also presents a fascinating story that readers, potential volunteers, and those curious about prairies would surely be interested in. My piece provides an in-depth view of both Erskine and her work and could easily be published online or in print. Thank you.